that every shot, without a doubt, is built upon the foundation of the 10-yard approach. This back and forth is the key strategy. Hello everyone, I'm Kenyu from Japan. Today, I'd like to talk about a practice that serves as the foundation for all your shots, the 10-yard shot. When it comes to 10-yard practice, you often hear advice like use your abs, hit with your lower body, or just rotate in magazines or YouTube. But these tips are given with the assumption that you've already mastered handling the club. For us amateurs, we need to focus on the club first. When I started practicing golf, I remember seeing a video on YouTube saying, the full swing is just an extension of the approach shot. But I just couldn't believe it at the time. I thought, how can practicing a 10-yard approach shot improve my full shots? The swings are totally different. However, I can now say with confidence that every shot, without a doubt, is built upon the foundation of the 10-yard approach. When I was trying to break 100, I thought I was putting in the effort, but I wasn't seeing the results. I felt stuck and didn't know how to improve. And I realized that if I kept practicing the same way, I probably wouldn't get any better. That's when I started changing the way I approached practice. Instead of asking myself things like, where should I lift the club? Or how should I hit the ball? I shifted my thinking to, where should the club naturally go to move smoothly? And what do I need to do to let the club move freely without any tension in my hands? This change in focus, from thinking about my movements to thinking about the club's movements, was a game changer for me. The smaller the swing, the more tempted we are to use our hands, right? It's easy to rely on our hands to control the club and guide the ball. But even if you try not to use your hands, if the club veers off its ideal path, you can't help but use your hands to correct it. That's because, even with something as small as 10-yard approach shot, the energy generated by the club is much more than you'd expect. That energy from the club overpowers our intention to stay relaxed. Back when I was only focused on where to bring the club and how to hit the ball, I couldn't always tell if I was actually hitting it correctly, even when it felt good. But by continuing to practice and shifting to a mindset that focuses on the club's movement, I started to sense when there was tension in my hands or when the club was moving off track. And now I regularly incorporate 10-yard shots into my practice. If I can't get the ball to go where I want it during this drill, the margin for error will be even greater in my regular shots. So I think many pros also focus on basic drills like 10 to 30-yard shots. And of course, they are probably focusing on hitting their target. But I think many are also paying attention to how their club is moving. Even when doing the same drill, what you focus on or the purpose of the practice will vary from person to person. So it's important to think about what you want to get out of it. Again, every shot is an extension of the 10-yard approach. As amateurs who started playing golf as adults. We don't have the natural golf instincts that pros have developed since childhood. So, when our full swings don't go well, very few of us can truly understand what's happening with the club from a technical perspective. Maybe I just lack the natural talent myself, but that's why I've always analyzed what's happening with the club by using smaller swings. So, let me wrap this up. Many golfers skip over the fundamental practice. They overlook learning how to properly handle the club and instead focus on full swing drills, thinking that's the way to improve. It's like a hairstylist who doesn't know how to use scissors and wonders why they can't cut hair well. Full swing practice is really about refining the basic skill of handling the club. Without this foundation, true improvement isn't possible. You improve by repeating both learning how to handle the club and full swing practice. If your shots feel off or something isn't working, go back to the basics, analyze what's disrupting the club's movement, and then return to full swing practice. This back and forth is the key strategy. During practice, there's no need to focus too much on how to move your body. You can visualize that at home. Instead, focus on how the club is moving. If the club moves smoothly, you'll naturally find yourself moving the way you want. Think of it as identifying any disconnect between your body and the club, and analyze what you can do to let the club move more smoothly. On this channel, I'll be sharing lots of practice methods and strategies, so please be sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Even one shot is enough to get started. Let's incorporate 10-yard shot into our practice and work towards improvement together. So, enjoy our practice. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。